Everyone and their mother visits Cyprus in the summer, but if you are a foodie, you should visit in the spring. Not only still warm enough to walk around in short sleeves like I am right now, but everything is blooming and the atmosphere is filled with this divine smell, lemon blossoms, and that's just amazing. If you do end up visiting Cyprus in the spring, you have to try these fruit. What are they? Mespila, or as otherwise known as loquats, Japanese plums, Japanese medlars, or Chinese plums. They are originally from China and they have a legendary myth behind them. The story goes like this. In 1513, when the legendary Portuguese explorer Jorge Alvarez met the Chinese emperor Wuzong of Ming, he gifted him a rose. But the Chinese emperor perceived this as an insult because the value of a flower is nothing, especially of a prickly one. So, to retaliate, he gave him a blackish greenish fruit, which had no value whatsoever, to offend Jorge. But when he brought it back to Europe, something surprising happened. The Mediterranean sun made the fruit ripen, and we have today mespila. But of course, this is just a legend. The very first mention of the fruit in European primary sources is in this herbal here, named after its local name, pipa. But in Europe, these fruit were called mespila. Today, in Cyprus, we call them polemithia, and in standard modern Greek, they are called makedonika mousmoula. One of the most amazing facts about this fruit is that the older and more well-known fruit lost its name, and the new fruit brought from China gotten the name mespila, and I think this is because of the herbologist Thunberg. I also think another reason why mespila stole the name from the older fruit is because of how popular and how delicious they are. Mespila have been studied since at least the 16th century and cultivated in Europe since the 18th. For Cyprus and Greece, I could only find references as old as 1882 and the 1900s. This is how you eat them. Of course, you have to use this specific knife that every household in Cyprus has, and then you make an incision, you remove the skin, and then you open that incision to remove all the seeds and all the nasty things, the fibers, and then you have this clean, magnificent fruit to enjoy. They're gorgeous and they're so sweet and perfect, and this one is so ripe, I can't wait. Salud! This is phenomenal. The fact that I really love about these is that they are truly seasonal. They are only around in March, April, maybe sometimes stretching a bit into May, and then that's it until next year. But look at them! So juicy. Am I becoming a fruit person? To me, they don't taste at all like pear. They are a bit sour and yet very sweet, and sometimes they can make your tongue numb, but in a good way. Anyway, I think they taste more like lychee, but that's just my opinion. They are so unique, and when they are ripe, they are so delightful, so luxurious. So if you do visit Cyprus, do it in the spring so that you can try them. Sorry to interrupt your video, but I have some serious news to share with you. Yes! We reached 1000 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful. And if you want to continue helping me with this channel, please watch more of my videos and it will help me out with the watch hours. Now enjoy the rest of your video. The other big reason why you should visit Cyprus during the spring is because of all of the traditions and foods revolving around Easter. The big event on which all of the celebrations orbit around is of course o kalos los, or the good word of the resurrection, which is a midnight mass. I know this is a religious ceremony, but hear me out. Even if you are atheist, agnostic, or you belong in another faith, I think it's still worth it to attend this midnight mass because you get to peek through the window and see the Cypriot culture and the Cypriot psyche. and I think that's just wonderful. And of course, there is this huge bonfire that you can see in almost every church in Cyprus, and literally the sky turns red on this day. At the end of the Mass, the priest passes along το φως του αληθινών, or the true light or holy light, to the people. And this mystical, magical thing is happening whereby whether or not you know your neighbor or he's a complete stranger, they will still pass the flame from their candle to yours. And then you are given an impossible task. Walk the holy flame back to your household so that you can kind of bless your home with the holy light, which is almost impossible. You need to have special contraptions. But after all this, you get to eat soup. After the kalos los, you have to eat avgolemono or eklemoni soup, about which I already made a video if you want to check it out. Just admire it. Doesn't it look marvelous? And this time my mom used pork on the bone, so all the collagen melted out and they made it so smooth, so luxurious. And this is me eating. Straight after τον καλόλο, the good word, and I'm ready to eat my avgolemoni. Here. That's the stuff. And after you are done eating your avgolemoni, you have to play egg smashing. And the person with the intact egg wins. Let me show you. Oh, Sakura. I win. Έλα και εσύ.
La pationa.
Έλα, πέντε. I am the winner. The other food that you have to try when you are in Cyprus in the spring are of course flaounes, and they are just one of my favorite pies of all time. What are they? Essentially, there are humongous cheese pies, but with this very salty cheese that is reserved for after the Lenten period, the fasting period. Here again, I'm using the stereotypical Cypriot knife and my magnificent cutting skills to show you the inside of a flaouna. Doesn't it look gorgeous? This is our glorious flaouna. Of course, you need to have it with some coffee, but it's kinda late now and I don't have any decaf. So I'll just have it by itself. Let's see. There is another kind of flaouna, which is flaouna με σταφίδες, or with raisins. They're disgusting. I genuinely don't know how people enjoy them. And there are a couple of more honorary mentions, but which I haven't tried yet. There are these flaounes made with anari cheese, which is like ricotta, and raisins, but that means that there are sweet flaounes. Absolutely not. I was this years old when I found out, and I'm okay never trying them. There is another kind of flaouna by which I'm intrigued. Pasques. What are they? Flaounes with large chunks of lamb. I mean, what could go wrong? As Joy Tribbiani from Friends would say, cheese, good. Eggs, good. Dough with sesame seeds, good. Chunks of lamb, good. So I'm pretty sure that I am going to enjoy it. So next year during Easter, I will actually eat it in front of camera for the very first time so that you will see my reaction. The third and final food that you should try while in Cyprus in the spring are tsourekia. What are they? They're something like a babka and brioche, and they do all these different ones with pistachio cream, with Nutella, with bueno. For the purposes of this video, I just bought a plain one. Yes. And I cut it in the most annoying way known to man. But look at this cross section. Isn't it beautiful? Of course you have to try tsoureki, but I recommend get one with rainbows and butterflies, bueno and pistachio filling. This is the plain one. It's very fluffy and soft. Let's give it a try. Hope you enjoy it. That is so freaking good. It will go perfectly with a coffee, for sure. It smells a bit orangey, a bit yeasty. It's buttery, it's smooth. You should try it. Also, they have the smell of these cherry pits called medlars, and they're just so unique. I just love them. If you go to the bakery to buy a tsourekia and they run out of all of the divine flavors like the white chocolate and stuff, or someone brings you a plain one as a gift, don't despair. There are lots of things to spread on it for sure. You can have your tsourekia with some Nutella or any other kind of spread. I like it with Nutella and with pistachio, but you do you. Foodies, will you ever visit Cyprus in the spring so that you can try the foods that I mentioned in this video? Have you already tried them? Have you enjoyed them? Am I missing a specific food that you tried in the spring and I should mention it in a future video? Please let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, check out these videos here and here and here and here and here. Until the next time, bye!